on YouTube for a half case break of Bowman Draft Baseball. And then we're going on Periscope too. Going to put our hashtags up. And here we go. All right, so we are busting open a half case of Bowman Draft Baseball. Last chance to get in. We got 4 teams still left on the board. And then the past, present, and future, that is pictures about to disappear. But once we show the first hit, those teams will start scrolling at the bottom. We're trying to get that one filled for tonight as well. So we got Optic Football and past, present, and future are other main 2 push breaks right now. But we're going to start with Bowman Draft because that's here and it's ready to go. So box number 1. And I show the tops of the boxes because there are box toppers in Bowman Draft. They don't necessarily come in every case, definitely not in every box, but kind of show them off. Show them. So these jumbo boxes yield 3 autographs per box. And find that these tend to have nice color parallels. You know, the supers probably, they yield more autographs in general, but probably about the same amount of colors as the jumbos in general. And there is our first one. All right, first stack again. We've been doing a bunch of Bowman Draft breaks lately, so we don't need to go too crazy on who we got here. But if you guys do have any questions on any of the prospects, then I'll be more than happy to go over them. And we got Kybert Ruiz, Matthew Liberatore, Corey Holland, Jake McCarthy. McCarthy is one of 2 decent prospects. They're both position players. So if you get color on one of them, you're in real good shape. I know I got color on them when I got stuck with the Diamondbacks the last time. Don't make me be that guy to get them again if they come out. Diamondbacks are available for just $28. Yankees, Josh Brio, one of 2 catchers they drafted in the first 2 rounds. But they're still high on Gary Sanchez. Don't worry about that. Yeah, right. He's going to get traded. Joe Adell, 76 out of 150. So Joe Adell, the next super prospect to come up for the Angels. He's going to be exciting. I don't know if he'll make it this year. Although, you know, Juan Soto made it this past season. So you never know. This is not a hit or a significantly low-numbered card, so our tiebreaker for a multiplayer card like this one is going to be the start from the top and the left and work our way across and down. So it's going to go to the Brewers first time around. Now, if this card does come up again, then the next time it's going to go to the Diamondbacks. All right, we have Smith Woods Richardson with the refractor. Nick Gordon, will he ever get a regular Topps card? It's all Bowman for him. Ryan Vallon. So now we're back to paper. And it's all about that base, Brent Rooker. Grant Koch. Jonathan India. We'll give that a little 1 cent love here. Alex McKenna, Logan Gilbert, Corey Howell, and first overall pick, Casey Mize with the Bowman Sterling there. I think Periscope. I got to pull that up here. All right, so refractors for this round are going to include Dylan Cease and Sixto Sanchez. He's got your 6. There's Mize again on paper. Nolan Gorman, possibly the most desirable of all the players to pull on this lovely product here. There's Nick Madrigal. We've actually had quite a bit of luck with Madrigal and Bohm for the Phillies. Haven't pulled a Jonathan India yet. Maybe this time. Cole Roarder. We've gotten him and Nico. Dylan Cease, 87 out of 499. Nico Horner. Sean Shell. Bobby Bradley. Cole Cottom, Brennan Davis. So you got Mize and Cody Clemens. And our first hit is going to go to the Yankees, Ryder Green. So that is the first hit. So the teams that were still left, let me flip back, make sure nobody claimed them. They're gone now. And then we'll put the past, present, and future available teams up on the board here. Got Brian Miller, Sheldon Noose, and then finish it off with the last round of paper cards there. All right, so again, we're trying to play 2 tonight. We got another break that I would like to get done this evening. It is our past, present, and future mixer. Those teams are now going to be scrolling at the bottom of your screen. It is going to be a nice break with 45 hits in total. Let's see if we can't get that going for this evening. I think there's going to be some good stuff in it. I wouldn't put myself on the hook for a lot of teams if I didn't think there was. So again, it's prospect time. Bowman's Draft is out right now. And then, of course, you have Bowman Best almost immediately following it on Friday. Those will carry 4 hits per box. We do have a random team breakup of that right now. A pick your team's going to come in the next wave. Another reason why I want to get that past, present, and future going. So these are scrolling at the bottom of your screen right now. Full description as to what boxes are in there and the teams and what they're priced at. So if anybody's looking to get in on that one, let me know. Jesus Luzardo, Grayson Rodriguez. We got Kevon Jackson, Dravian Williams Nelson. And there's Smith Woods Richardson, 43 out of 402. Now for sale for the METS Mets. And Anthony Sigler and Josh Briot. So 2 slugging catchers picked by the Yankees. Are they a little nervous about Gary Sanchez? I don't know. Shane McClanahan. And back to paper cards. There's Kellenic. Tristan Casas, a nice one for the Red Sox if he were to come out. Again, a lot of guys, Team USA guys, is becoming more and more common I feel like it's an extremely high percentage, especially on the high school side. Cody Clemens. There are some guys in the college, like the Stars and Stripes, that we see end up not getting drafted at all. But for the high school guys, they end up on the board pretty frequently. And they won some gold medals recently, so why the heck not? Jazz Chisholm, Adonis Medina, Grant Little, Taylor Trammell, Ethan Hankins, Griffin Canning, Jonathan India for the Reds there. With the throwback card, we'll give that a little 1 cent love. Monty Harrison and Cole Roeder. Give that a little 1 cent love as well. And paper cards close out. Still 2 autographs left in this box. So let's go find them. So if anybody on Periscope wants to get in on and interact with us here, feel free to make comments. And there's our next auto. Autograph number 2 is ready to come out. And cool color parallel. So here we go. It's all about that base, Got Alec Bohm for the Phillies. 3rd overall pick. Ryder Green, who we've already seen his autograph pop out. Daniel Lynch, Lenny Torres, Mitchell White, Dane Dunning. Prospect card, 7 out of 50. So a little gold in them thar hills. Dane Dunning, numbered to 50 for the White Sox. And there's Madrigal and Pilkington. Tim Cate for the Nationals on a refractor, and Carter Kieboom. And Madrigal on a paper. So should be an interesting year of development for the White Sox. I think we're going to see a lot of prospects moving up the ranks. I could easily see Eloy Jimenez up with the big club. Probably about a month or so into the season, whenever the magic day is. And, we're going to see if some of these other guys are going to pan out, like the guys they got from the trade in Washington a couple of years back. And I think Jake Berger and Nick Madrigal will probably follow a similar path. Berger, unfortunately, injured and out for the whole season last year. So those two will probably rise up along together. John Duplantier, Ryder Green. And we got Josh Naylor showing up there. His brother, a first Bowman card for the Indians. And speaking of the Indians, there's Ethan Hankins, big pitching prospect, number 2 out of 99. Says a green paper parallel. Braden Fisher, Sean Gilby, Lolo Sanchez, Andres Jimenez, and autograph number 2 is going to be For the Astros, pitcher Jason Schroeder. Jason Schroeder for Houston. Got Dallas Woolfolk, Ezekiel Pagan, and that'll close out that stack. All right, moving right along. So we're going to finish off box number 1 here. Oh, look at that. He must have heard me. His ears were ringing. Somebody who I've mentioned earlier in this break is going to make an appearance in autograph form, so let's see who that is. So Jordan Adams, one of a couple desirables on the autograph checklist. So Jonathan India was a guy that I mentioned before. Is that going to be his autograph that we see? Maybe, maybe not. Who else have I mentioned? Juwan Harris, definitely not. But that doesn't mean he's a bad player. It just means I didn't mention him. It's when his first Bowman prospects and their first, sometimes second rounders, right off the bat, it's usually hard to go wrong. You got to wait for them to screw up in the minor leagues before they stop getting attention. So, who else did I talk about besides Jonathan India as someone who would be a nice autograph to have? Lucan Baker. Bryce Terang, we've hit him a few times already. And his are not live, they're redemptions. Thomas Ponticelli, Adam Hill, and Tristan Casas for the Red Sox. Mi Casas as Su Casas. Anthony Sigler, Matt Theus, Nolan Gorman. He'd be a nice one to hit, too. All right. Brandon Marsh, 82 out of 499. Calvin Coker, Jeremy Ironman, Luis Robert. And, yeah, I was saying this would be a nice one to hit for the Red Sox. And it's Shiny Blue Wave, even better. 39 out of 150 for Boston, Tristan Casas. He is a third base, power-hitting prospect, another USA alum. Let's see. So his stat line in prep ball. All right, so he's a prep school kid. 29 games, 7 home runs, average of 347, slugged 885, and an OPS of 1.43. So on the high school kids, definitely looking at OPSs, between 125 and 15. That's always a sign that they've already got it. It's not going to take as long to develop that power swing as say somebody who, high school OPS of 8, 9, 1. That's nice. But it doesn't mean you're going to be able to hit regularly off of 100-mile-an-hour guys that can't throw strikes, because that's what you see a lot in A-ball. So... nice, a red one. Those are always fun. We haven't pulled a red auto yet. We're due for one. We usually pull something big in red or orange every time we do Bowman. So I'm waiting for it. I hope it comes. Box number 2. Box number 2. Yeah, what was it? Last year's draft, the biggest hit we had was a red Keston Hura. Nice. You already flipped it. That is good. That's a quick flip on that. Red Sox got the track record. I always say it's not only the players that you're looking at when you're prospecting, you also got to trust the system. Oh, we seen this guy the other night. This guy should get a little attention. This year's version of Ryan Vlad, I think. Although his stuff went down later on in the year, but it's a guy that I think some people are going to be looking to take their chances with. Sean Weimer, Jameson Hanna. Starting to see some repeats here. That's a nice one. Josh Stowers, 30 out of 99, first rounder for the Mariners. So outfield prospect. Little bit of power. A lot of bit of speed. I think he's a decent defender too. So on base machine. And he can track down fly balls deep in the gaps. And he likes Frosted Flakes. I love Bowman cards. I just love the stuff that they add on there. It's always fun. So we're trying to play 2 tonight. Scrolling at the bottom of your screen here is a break that we have. It's our past, present, and future break. I'm hoping that we can knock out some of these teams. Again, I'm so confident that this one's going to be a good one. I'm willing to eat a bunch of spots in it. All right, I think that this has got some huge potential. So if we can even get a decent balance of teams taken as far as higher up teams and a couple of middle of the road teams as far as price goes, maybe I'll even break it real short at like 16, 17 teams. It's been a while since we've done a past, present, future mixer, so I want everybody to get excited about it. So sometimes we got to break something, and then we'll sell it out the second time around. So it'll be a different lineup of boxes, but the idea, the basis of them will remain the same. So past, present, and future break. Let's see if we can knock out a few more teams on that one. All the boxes are described right before the team starts scrolling out. So just keep your eyes at the bottom there if you're looking to get in on that. And should be a fun one. Nico Horner, 373 out of 499. So again, a couple big Cubs prospects in this one. They're kind of, I think they're going for a little bit more than originally expected, honestly. Jazz Chisholm, but one of them did get a nice write-up in Baseball America the other day. So when you got somebody who's like a cover story type person, then all the prospectors go crazy. So again, this is a second rounder. Or I'm sorry, first rounder. I forgot, compensatory pick. So 42nd overall. First base prospect, 14 out of 150. Grant Levine. So Grant Levine, 14 out of 150. Let's see in good shape, but I noticed a dimple in it. That happens in Chrome cards sometimes. So 14 out of 150. Grant Levine for the Rockies. First hit out of the second box. Yeah, man, that's it right there. That's what you need. All you needed for the Rockies. Everything else is gravy after that. Next stack of packs. You know, we haven't seen yet is any of the Under Armours or anything like that. Any of those paper autos. Let's see. Got anything going on? Looks like no comments on Periscope yet. I'll keep flipping back and forth as long as my phone doesn't freeze on it. And we'll try to get this back up on the other iPad here. That's what I need for Christmas is an iPad. I don't need a Jeep with a bow on it or any stuff like that. I need an iPad. My kids have run this one into the ground. So, past, present, and future mixer is scrolling at the bottom of your screen here. Here's the box lineup. 18 definitive, 3 boxes of 18 Bowman High Tech, 2 clearly authentic, a 17 Bowman Best, an 18 Heritage, 2 17 Leaf Metal Perfect Games, 2 Archive Signature Series Retired Edition. There's Nick Prado, 359 out of 402. Got the Diamondbacks at 35, the Braves at 195, Orioles are 70, White Sox are 75, Nationals 115, Reds 55, Indians are 80, Rockies are 40, Royals 35, Angels 195, Twins 40, Mets 85, A's 70, Mariners 60, Cardinals 80, Rangers 40, Blue Jays 30. And again, if we can knock a few of those teams off the board, that can break tonight. I would love to see that happen. So let's half fill that bad boy up. And then we'll figure it out from there. Maybe we'll break it tonight anyway. I'm just at that point with it right now. So this is the first of our Wave 1 breaks that we were able to get going. I think the next one that'll go, as far as those 5 that we posted the other day, is going to be the Optic Football. But I really want to see one more baseball sneak in here because we have some more baseball that we got to post, including a Pick Your Team on Bowman's Best. We have 2 random team breaks for 17 and 18 up right now. Brady Singer, on the throwback. Anthony Sigler, Matt Theus, and we will close this stack of paper here up. So again, let's get a few more teams for the past, present, future mixer. And I want to see something big coming out of definitive. It owes us one. All right. Oh, that's not bad. All right, got a Class of 2018 subject coming out. So this guy is also a guy we've hit in the past in stuff like Stars and Stripes. Autographs are plentiful as far as the USA stuff goes. And here we go. All about that base, about that base. So, no one on Periscope want to talk? I see people there. They're giving me a head count. Hello. I know that when I do get people chatting on Periscope, then that bumps it up so that more people can see it. So that's why I try to get you guys to talk. Number 106 out of 250, Brewers, Albert Scipion. Purple chrome refractor. Duplantier. So again, we got the Diamondbacks, 35, Braves, 195, Orioles, 70, White Sox, 75. There's Nolan Gorman. Nationals, 115. Reds, 55. Indians, 80. Rockies, 40. Royals, 35. Angels, 195. Twins are 40. Mets are 85. A's are 70. Cardinals are 80. Rangers are 40. Blue Jays are 30. They say Mets at 85. A's at 70. So that is what is left in that one. My top 5, I would have to say, would go as follows. I like the Reds, the Indians. I can't remember them in order. Gosh. Reds, Indians. White Sox, Nationals, Angels, and Cardinals would probably be my top 6. Hey, Josh, I can see your comments. Most definitely. They disappear after a while, but as long as I got my eyes on it, then I see them pop up. So there's Nick Madrigal. I know Twitter has a lot of bots, but I noticed that there's whenever there's somebody that follows me is in here, then I get a little like an icon that pops up. So I know that there's 2 followers that are watching me right now. 137 out of 250, Carter Kaboom. How about the Kaboom we hit in Bowman Chrome earlier this year? Gold Auto. That was a badass hit. Jake Wong. Cole Rorter. And this one's going to go to the Pirates. Oh, I didn't see that one. I would say right now hang on to Eloy Jimenez. Because it's the off season. When he gets officially called up, you know, you might want to follow him through that first week and see what happens. If he does really well, then his stuff should blow up pretty good. So if he has a good solid first week, that's probably the best time to try to move his stuff. Right now, off season, you know, everyone's kind of like, he's going to get called up. You know? Unless you're like scared to death that he's going to get injured, I would hold on to him. So what do we got? We got one more. Yeah. One more auto in box number 2. That's not a bad one. Someone will be happy of a last-minute decision that they made when this one gets shown. Let's put it that way. A lot of times we got decent hits come out for those last-minute picks. And away we go. There's Jonathan India. And again, when we do our breaks, we ship all cards. So it's not just a little bit of this, a little bit of that. You'll get your hits. And don't be sad. It's everything. All cards, paper base, everything. You know why? Because I know I did a show a little while back, and I sold some paper base Altuves that netted me a decent amount for paper base. So some of this stuff, man, Bowman, a lot of times just shove it in a box. Every year or so, look through the box, maybe every 6 months. You'll find somebody new. Jordan Groshans, a nice prospect for the Blue Jays there. His stuff's in pretty decent demand. Nick Madrigal on the throwback. A little 1 cent love for that. Michael Baez. Juwan Harris. A couple refractors there. Legacies also do well, so Griffin Conine's another nice one. And Durbin Feltman. Usually you don't expect like the school jock in high school to be named Durbin Feltman. It's like the, you know, it's the guy who ends up in a locker that's named Durbin Feltman, but he's a pitching prospect for the Red Sox, 3rd rounder, and looks to be a closing prospect. 43 strikeouts in 24 innings. Strikeouts to walk, better than 7 to 1. And so not bad as a, I'm guessing he was a closer for TCU. And fastball touches 99 miles an hour. Griffin Conine. Yes, his father was Jeff Conine. Still is. And not a bad one for the Mariners. Josh Stowers. We've hit him before, too. So, Josh Stowers for Seattle. Good last-minute pickup there. Anthony Sigler, Tristan Casas, and it's all about that base, And that's box number 2 in the books. Bowman's a great pack to open. I love opening Bowman. Box number 3. So again, we got anybody looking to tread the waters in this past, present, and future mixer? Trying to get that going for tonight. Trying. We can get a few more teams in that. Again, I'm willing to run that one light. We get 5 good teams off the board by midnight. And we'll make that happen this evening. Again, I want to put the next wave out. Oh my, this is going to be a good one. I ain't going to give any hints because somebody's going to get it. But we haven't hit an autograph of this guy yet. But no hints. Who's coming out next? Guy we haven't hit yet. There's Parker Meadows, 38 out of 150. Got a blue chrome parallel. He's saying, blue, da-ba-dee-da-ba-da. I have to admit, I haven't really been able to catch up much on the sports news. We've either been binge watching Fear the Walking Dead or listening to Christmas music. So, I don't know. I had a crazy dream about a zombie Frosty the Snowman last night that's still giving me issues. And there was children singing in the background. Frosty the zombie was as live as he could be, but the children said that he's undead and he chewed right through their spleen. So when's that next Walking Dead break going up? Well, it's going up in Wave 2. So's a WWE break. So let's get that going. Tim Kate, Carter Kaiboom, Jared Kelenic. Well, at least I'm getting some base Kelenics. I like some ink since I got stuck with the Mets. So then I can trade them away for something totally useless like a Robin Cano. Oh, wait, no, wait. That's what the Mets front office did. Pavin Smith, 461 out of 499. Jonathan Ornelas, Levi Kelly, Ezekiel Pagan. And who's this guy? 232 out of 250. There we go. There's our first Bowman Jonathan India. I think we've hit him in Leaf, so I can't say it's the first time we've hit him because I don't think it is. But it's the first time we've hit him in Bowman, that's for sure. So a nice one there for the Reds. A purple parallel, Jonathan India. Alex Kirilloff, Jonathan Stever. So there's a good start to box number 3. We got anything else that we could possibly yank out of that one? Let us see. Got a parallel there. That's not bad either. So this stack here will put us halfway through box number 3. And then this is a 4-box break. Braden Fisher, Ryan Vlad, Taran Vavra, Tristan Casas, Jordan Adams for the Angels, 351 out of 402. Singer and Kawar, franchise futures. Trevor Larnach, Mike Shawaryn. So we've gotten some decent players in this one. We've seen a lot of Bohm, a lot of Madrigal. Now we sprinkled in some Kelenic the other night. Tonight, India. We've had a Nolan Gorman. Got Madrigal and Pilkington, franchise futures, 178 out of 250. Baseball? Woods Richardson, Eloy Jimenez. There's Gorman. So it's all the new draft picks. So that's why you probably don't recognize any of the names. Colton Eastman. Devin Mann. Lawrence the Butler did it. Ryan Weathers. Ian Anderson, Blaine Enlow. Autograph number 2 about to come out. And we got a orange parallel, non-auto, chrome, first Bowman card. So that should be fun too. All right, let's roll with it. Who do we got?
Oh shoot!
What?
My oil order comes out tomorrow.
It does. Can you push it back? Okay.
By how much?
Tuesday?
What's the date?
I don't know.
25th.
Probably Christmas, yeah. 26. Is it? How's it going to mess anything up?
This is when I need stuff.
Durbin Feltman, 10 out of 25. So there you go. He's back.
Wait, no, wait. It's 22nd that it was today.
And there's India, who we've finally seen an autograph come out of. Tristan Casas. So Red Sox doing pretty good in this one. Again, they weren't an expensive play either. So you never know what team's going to get what in these breaks. And Chris Bubick, Sean Gilby, Lenny Torres, Baez, Harris,
And the process is
and there's Grant Levine again, 53 out of 150. So this one's a non-auto paper parallel, but Rockies raking in on Grant Levine in this one. Josh Stowers, another guy we've seen some ink on a few minutes ago. Calvin Coker, Jeremy Ironman. And the Marlins. Second rounder. Again, this guy definitely meets the criteria that I look for. Just if going by the numbers for high schoolers. He ended up being the 53rd overall pick. In 26 games, 6 home runs, a .535 average, a .965 slugging percentage, and a 1.553 OPS. So he's averaging almost 2 bases per hit. All right, so 6 home runs. Probably's got some triples and some doubles in there to boot. Osiris Johnson, a shortstop prospect with some power potential. And definitely looking like he's got some speed too. Went 16 for 17 on stolen bases. And he's got a big arm too, so... He's the cousin of Jimmy Rollins and Tony Tarasco. Well, at least one of those guys had a decent career. And the other one at least made it to the big leagues, right? I remember Tony Tarasco. He played for the Angels for a little while, if I remember correctly. Any Blaine Knight cards? No. Is he in this set? I don't recall the name. Seen Blaine Enlow. But he's not a signer in this one. He's in Bowman Chrome. No Blaine Knight. All right, let's see who that third autograph's going to be now. That's a familiar face, too. I've seen his autograph prior. So we got another color parallel auto about to pop out here. Again, some decent odds with the color in the regular jumbos. So even though there's less hits overall, sometimes less is more. You get the right cards. Grant Koch, Owen White. Let's see who we got coming out here. Brady Singer, Lucan Baker. Had a decent Dunning earlier. Alec Bohm, 3rd overall for the Phillies. Phillies have been drafting some power hitters. Be interesting to see how Dylan Cousins turns out. Again, you know, some guys hit for power but not for average. I think Rhys Hoskins has come along nicely. He's going to be a long-time star, in my opinion. Especially the more and more protection he gets in that lineup. And now that he doesn't have to worry as much about being stuck in a position that he can't handle defensively, I think his offense is going to pick up a little bit too. So now you got Hazley and Bohm. The next big sluggers expected to come up. 367 out of 499, so it wasn't the last we saw of Jonathan India. Got a paper parallel there. Bryce Terang. And again, this is finishing up the third of 4 boxes. And we got 59 out of 99, Jackson Kawar. So there's several pitching prospects coming out for the Royals. And this one was picked 33rd overall. He played for South Florida, 9-5 record. Strikes out about 9 per 9. A little wild, in my opinion. 2.5 strikeouts per walk. WHIP is 1.3, ERA 3.24. So, but they see some unpolished potential. So there you go. Throws mid-90s. And he was a perfect game All-American recognition player as well. Hey, Joseph, how's it going? Did you miss anything? I forget who you had. Yeah, you've missed a few things. That's why we recap at the end, though. We'll get you caught up later. Fourth and final box of this break. Again, we're trying to fill up the past, present, and future mixer as well. Any Cardinals autos? I don't believe so. I don't think we hit any Cardinals, no. We hit Jonathan India. Did you see that one? That was the big pull we had. So this team's going to be double dipping. Next hit out is coming up. Got Joe Gray. Bo Bichette should be up this year with Vladdy. Matt Mercer. I'm gonna be curious to see if the Blue Jays, bringing those two kids up, come about like the Braves did and end up in the playoffs. Just seems the way to go when you got young talent like that. Well, that's fitting. Pick Sixerman. Yeah. I think that's a good thing for him, though. Might even be a good pickup for the Raiders. You never know. The kid had obviously some talent, or he wouldn't have been drafted. You know, I think he was just jinxed. You know, you can ruin these kids. You put them in the wrong situations. And he never should have replaced Tyrod Taylor. Never. When Tyrod Taylor was doing good enough. 215 out of 402 Jordan Groshans for the Blue Jays there. You know, it wasn't like Tyrod Taylor was the reason that the Bills were losing last year. So they actually started off all right, and some things were kind of starting to unwind a little bit. And they put it all on Taylor and benched him, but, you know, it's not like he's Eli Manning. It's not all his fault. All right, it's not really all Eli's fault either, but Luke and Baker. So if we can get a few more teams for the past, present, future mixer, I'd like to break that starting by midnight at the latest. Those teams are scrolling at the bottom of your screen right now. So if we can get that in by midnight, we get that to like 15, 16, 17 teams, depending on what gets taken. We'll run that this evening. I'll take my chances. Pirates doing good in this one. So Diamondbacks are 35, Braves 195, Orioles 70, White Sox 75, Nationals 115. The Reds are 55, the Indians are 80, the Rockies are 40, the Royals 35. Angels still up there at 195, Twins are 40, Mets 85, A's 70, Mariners 60, Cardinals 80, Rangers 40, Blue Jays are 30, and that's Braxton Ashcraft, 350 out of 499. So a base refractor for the Piratas to go along with that nice swaggerty pull we had earlier. Pirates doing well in this one too. Grant Koch, Sean Murphy, and Noah Naylor, who was the brother of Josh Naylor that we were starting to talk about before, and then I think I got sidetracked. That happens a lot with me. Ask my wife. So, what were we talking about again? Anyway. So, one auto down, right? 2 to go. 2 completes the cycle. How do you spot a scammer? When they tell you that their wife shipped it. Or they say that, oh man. There's so many ways to spot it. I don't know, Joseph. If you don't want to talk about the situation in the stream, and you want to ask me personally, that's fine. If you want to ask away in here, I'll give you my opinion. Again, it's not going to mean that they're a scammer necessarily, but there's definitely red flags that you got to watch out for. A lot of red flags. Grayson Janista. And a lot of times, usually when somebody gets scammed out of something, usually they ignore the red flags. 371 out of 402, Matt Manning. I know I've been guilty of it before. I think I'm too nice sometimes, and I give people second chances. Trevor Larnach, Ryan Jeffers. Of course, this is my full-time job, so people do it to me. They're taking food out of the mouths of my family, and that gets me riled up. Nick Madrigal. Some of the things I see on Facebook posts just make me shake my head sometimes. Got Travis Swaggerty. Sigler, Griffin Roberts. Here's Madrigal. I was actually at a show this past weekend, and one of the most infamous Facebook scammers was actually there selling, and I didn't know that until like at the very end of the show when everybody had cleaned up, and I looked all the way across the room, and I'm like, oh no, I can't leave my stuff unattended. Of course, the guy's generally scamming through the mail with chargebacks and stuff like that, but still, I didn't want to leave my stuff unattended. Yeah, you know, and there's a lot of guys who are good traders. It helps that if you can get people who have good reputations in the hobby that have done a lot of trades. All right. But, yeah, you got to watch out because you may end up with nothing. You may end up with a pack of erasers in the mail. You do have to be careful. That's why. Because then you have a tracking number for it. I'll
Say they sent it, but it really wasn't.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a famous Doug Wilson move. He's a notorious scammer. I think that's his name.
I don't know him.
Well, you're not in the circle of
I'm not in the circle.
not the circle of trust. But yeah, you know, and it's one of those things where if somebody's saying, "Oh, I'll trade you," you know, it just might be they don't want to spend the money when they got something else that maybe they think will interest you. You know, they see you're a Bills fan, they're like, "Well, I got a Josh Allen." Could be one of two things. One, they just don't want to spend the money, or two, they could be baiting you. Kyle Isbell. So some guys are masters at that. Oh, that didn't sound right. Luri Tejada, Blake Rivers, Tanner Dodson, Jeter Downs, Ryan Vilade, Sigler and Brio. Again, we'll have a full recap as soon as we finish this stack and open the final 3 packs. And then we'll try one more time to get some teams going for this past, present, and future. I try, Josh. You keep not getting them when the Josh Allens are in there. We had that one break where I'm like, I think Josh Allen's going to come out. And he came out. Josh Naylor, 51 out of 250. You need that sixth sense of when they're going to be in there. Madrigal, Jonathan India. I know, I've gotten stuck with the Bills quite a few times, and I've got some nice Josh Allen autos. Like that Prism one. Which I may or may not get graded. When we're in White Plains in a few weeks. That's not that far away, man. I gotta update the website. Get some White Plainage on there. They got a nice lineup. 208 out of 250. If there's any Braves fans in the New York area, this one's going to be a can't miss, that's for sure. So there's Grayson Janista. And second rounder for the Rays. Looks to be a closer prospect. Oh, okay, maybe. He's listed as a pitcher here, but he was actually the finalist for the 2018 John Olerud Award, which is given to the nation's top two-way player in college. He hit .320 with 12 steals, but also went 2-1 with a 2.48 ERA and 11 saves. Strikeout to walk ratio is at 5 5, so I'm kind of comfortable with that. Although maybe I like a little bit better with a reliever. But Tanner Dodson for Tampa Bay. Tanner Dodson for Tampa Bay. Ian Anderson, Albert Abreu. All right. So we got one more big one sitting around. A few nice ones this break.
What happened?
We got one more
What else?
really nice one. We'll find out. My oldest does not understand the meaning of bedtime. It's only 10:46. Do you know where your children are? All right, that was a last-minute pickup for somebody. So another last-minute team's going to get a hit here. Final hit of the break. So here we go. And then we'll do ourselves a nice little recap. Nolan Gorman Chrome Rookie. We'll give that a little 1 cent love. Why not? Jesus Sanchez, Luis Medina, Brian Lavastida. Nick Schnell. Cole Roarder. Lency Delgado. Osiris Johnson, who we had that autograph of just a few moments ago. And Jonathan India. One last Jonathan India card for this break, right? Gotta have one more. Kyle Cottom, Alec Thomas. And Noah Naylor, 40 out of 50, gold paper. All right, so he talked you down to 25. Did he agree to buy it? Did he say sold at 25 and then say, never mind, I want to trade? I guess that's the question we got to ask here. Not necessarily a scam, but anybody who makes a deal, backs out of it, and tries to give you something else, that's a red flag. Got Tim Cate, especially if the offer is too good to be true. So Tim Cate is going to be our final hit. And a recap forthcoming in just a second. Baez, Bo Burrows. Well, at least they got a few Kelenic base cards. All right. So we're going to recap Bowman's Best here. Again, scrolling at the bottom of the screen, we have the past, present, and future mixer that we're trying to get filled up for tonight. Teams are scrolling at the bottom of your screen right now. The box assortment is up in the photo. Diamondbacks 35, Braves 195, Orioles are 70, White Sox are 75, Nationals 115, Reds 55, Indians are 80, Rockies are 40, Royals are 35. Angels are 195. Twins are 40. Mets are 85. A's are 70. Mariners 60. Cardinals 80. Rangers 40. Blue Jays 30. We get as little as 5 teams off the board tonight, and we'll break it. We just got to do it within the next hour. Well, this is a game of negotiation. I mean, when you're selling singles, let's just put it this way. If you got one single up for sale, all right, and you got a price in your mind, hey, this is what I'm going to sell it at, yeah, expect somebody to negotiate. It's just always going to be. It doesn't matter. I do this for fun sometimes at a show, all right? You know, you see certain people and you can kind of get a feel for what they're going for. And I always greet everybody. I had a guy at the Philly show this past month. He was like, "You're the first guy that said hello to me." And I was like, "I'm pretty far into the show." So, you know, maybe he didn't stop at some of the friendlier tables. I don't know. But I just found that, like, mind-blowing that he said that, and I was, like, way deep into the show. But he was, you know, he was, I guess, thankful for the hello. He didn't buy anything, though. Maybe that's why no one else said hello to him. I don't know. But anyway, back to the point. So there's guys that come around and you're like, oh, you know, this guy's just, it doesn't matter what you tell him. He's gonna try to, and I'll have a card with comps that are like comping at like $75. I'll give it to you for $50. And they'll say, how about $35? And I'll say, nope, never mind. And then, okay, I'll do $50. And I was like, no. Why? Because guy tried to go half eBay on me. No. I gave you a fair deal, and then you insult me. But that's different. If they said, you know, if they're negotiating, that's their right, you know? As long as they don't say rude things to you, which that's usually what gets me, is when people say rude things. Tim Cate, Nationals. Tanner Dodson, Rays. Braxton Ashcraft to $4.99 for the Pirates. Jackson Kawar to $99 for the Royals. Osiris Johnson, Marlins. I'll mention for Durbin Feltman, number to 25. Mariners, Josh Stowers. Also honorable mention, number to 99. Jason Schroeder, Astros. Got that Dunning number to 50 there. Ryder Green for the Yankees. Noah Naylor, number to 50 paper. Got Groshans to 402. Got India again. Levine to 150 on paper. Parker Meadows to 150 chrome. Nico to 499. And then our candidates for hit of the night, I got, I'm going to cut this guy out. Sorry, Travis Swaggerty. Number to 250, just because it's an insert. It's still a cool insert, but this is my top 3 right here. Grant Levine, number to 150 for the Rockies. Tristan Costa, also number to 150, Blue Wave, Red Sox. And I think this one's going to be the winner. Jonathan India, number to 250, purple chrome refractor for the Reds. And now I want to see us fill this past, present, and future mixer. We got anybody willing to get in on this one? Again, definitive is the key box in this one. All right. Far and away, as far as the value goes in this one. Definitive is where it's at. All these prices that we have at the bottom of the screen are actually sale prices, so they're not the original prices that we had posted either. I put it up on flash sale, and it's one of those breaks where I think we need to see. It's been a while since we've seen a past, present, future mixer. So we'll see what it's about, and then we'll be like, I get it. And then we'll fill the next one much quicker, especially with what I'm going to put in that one. So, let's see here. Does anybody want to know what any of these teams will hit in definitive? So you're seeing, I'm interested in that team, but maybe not. But if it hits something good in definitive, that would be cool. So anybody want to know what the hits are in definitive for any of these teams? I'll pull up the checklist in a moment. If not, I'll give you at least the top 5. My top 5 best bang for the buck teams, and I'll tell you what could hit just in definitive. I guess it's tops definitive. There we go. Group break checklist is always a good one to look at. So anybody want to know what the definitive hits for any teams are? I'm going to go over my top 5. So we're going to start with Orioles. I'll go with the Orioles. So you got Adam Jones, has the auto relics and a regular relic veteran nameplate cards. Austin Hayes with a couple rookie autos. Cal Ripken Jr. is on some dual player autos. He's got a framed auto, an inscription auto, legendary auto, definitive auto relic, and he's on a dual player auto relic as well. So Ripken is loaded in that checklist. Some of those cards he's sharing with other players. Ooh, I wonder if Jeter's one of them. That would be an interesting. I can't tell. Chance Sisco. One of the dual players is with Jim Palmer. A couple legendary Orioles. All right, let's see. Is the other one Manny Machado? MR, yep. Oh, no, Jim Palmer's not the one. It's Manny Machado. Let me blow this up a little bit. So, Machado and Ripken. That's a cool dual player auto. Even Machado's not on the team. You got Ripken. Machado's got a framed auto, inscription auto relic book patch, auto relic definitive, auto relic dual player, auto relic framed patch. He's got a helmet relic, a jumbo relic, and 2 patch relics. There's not a lot of relics in definitive. 6 autos and 2 relics in a box. But the relics are generally real nice. Rick Farrell and Satchel Paige cut signatures. We've hit a Satchel Paige cut in National Treasures. I'd like to see one in definitive. And then Trey Mancini has a base auto relic. He's on a dual player. A frame patch, and a patch relic. All right. So that's the definitive possibilities. Orioles aren't even really one of my my top 5 either. So that's not too bad there. How about the White Sox? Bo Jackson, legendary auto. Frank Thomas, framed, inscription, and legendary autos, and a definitive auto relic. Cut signature, Nicky Delmonico, rookie auto. And then cut signatures of Hoyt Wilhelm, Luke Appling, Ray Schalk, and Ted Lyons. So Thomas is the one to go after in that one. But the White Sox also have a lot of other good stuff in these boxes in here, including, I believe, Madrigal is possible out of the metal. In archives, you could get Thomas or some other cool White Sox. High tech, you could get Luis Robert. I think Bowman's best too. So there's some other possibilities for the White Sox, all kind of spread out. But I think I got a few of those, Joseph. I don't know. I'd have to look. So after the White Sox, next on the list was the Nationals. Nationals, you got Andre Dawson, legendary. Shows up as an expo. Bryce Harper's on a dual player, a framed, an inscription, an auto relic book patch, auto relic dual player, auto relic frame patch, and 2 patch relics. Max Scherzer has a, 1 relic patch for Harper, 1 relic patch for Scherzer, and a veteran nameplate for Scherzer as well. Pedro Martinez, legendary auto as an expo. Ryan Zimmerman, a jumbo relic, a patch relic, a veteran nameplate relic. Strasburg, jumbo relic, several patches, and 2 veteran nameplate versions. Trey Turner, jumbo relic, patch relic, veteran nameplate relic. And then the guy who I think is the most undervalued player out of the 2017 rookies, and that's Victor Robles. Framed auto, 2 rookie auto versions, a base auto relic, and a rookie nameplate. All right, so that's the Nationals. Next up is the Reds. Reds can often be fun in sets like this. You got Barry Larkin on a dual player, a framed, an inscription, a legendary, an auto relic definitive, and a relic patch. Ernie Lombardi cut signature. Joey Votto is on a dual player with Larkin, a framed, an auto relic book patch, auto relic definitive, auto relic frame patched, jumbo relic, patch relic, and 2 veteran nameplate cards. Johnny Bench, framed auto, inscription auto, legendary auto, auto relic definitive. Tyler Mahle has a couple rookie autos and a rookie nameplate. But you also got Jonathan India in perfect game, Senzel in high tech, and then Bench could pop up in clearly authentic. I think he's one of the throwbacks, the case hit guys. And he could even pop up in Archive Signature Series. So next up, after the Reds was, I don't remember. Ugh. Let me look. Taking a look at the Rangers. Yeah, Nolan Ryan has a framed auto. Pudge Rodriguez auto relics. And dual player auto relic with Adrian Beltre. So, Nolan Ryan only has a framed auto. Yeah, maybe we'll take the Rangers off the list. We're going to watch our show in a minute.
What? I was asleep.
Well, I don't know why you went and did a silly thing like that.
Because I'm really tired.
Let's see. Who's next on the list here? Mets. Ahmed Rosario is loaded. You got Darryl Strawberry on some dual players. Dominic Smith has a few. Dwight Gooden is on a dual player. Jacob deGrom, auto relic, book patch, dual player, and frame patched auto relics. Conforto has jumbo patch and veteran nameplate relics. Piazza has a patch and a veteran nameplate relic. Notice Noah Syndergaard is loaded with autos and auto relics and good relics and all that good stuff. Nolan Ryan's actually loaded on the Mets checklist in this one. Tom Glavine even has a relic. Tom Seaver has some autographs, and Yoenis Cespedes has auto relics and relics. Mets are loaded in this one. And then what was that fifth team? I was leaning towards a couple. The Cardinals and the Angels. So you got Wainwright with some relics. Pujols has a relic patch. Carlos Martinez with a bunch of relics. Cut signatures of Dizzy Dean, Eno Slaughter, Frankie Frisch. Harrison Bader has autos and a rookie nameplate relic. Jack Flaherty has autos. Johnny Mize, a cut signature. Lou Brock, legendary auto. Mark McGuire, framed inscription autos and a relic patch. Ozzie Smith is loaded with autographs and a patch relic. Paul DeYoung, an auto relic. Stan Musial, a cut signature. Steve Carlton, legendary auto. Yadier Molina with a ton of relics. And then the Angels. Pujols loaded with relics. Mike Trout is on 2 dual player autos. A framed auto. A base auto relic. A book patch auto relic. Definitive auto relic. He's on 3 different dual player auto relics. A framed patch auto relic. A relic patch, and a relic veteran nameplate. Reggie has a veteran nameplate. Rod Carew, definitive auto relic. And then Shohei Ohtani has a rookie and a framed auto. Again, Mike Trout is loaded in this one. And an Ohtani would be nice too. Ohtani shows up in a bunch of these sets. So that's it. We got any takers? Again, if anybody has any questions on any of the other teams, but that's what we got here for this round of definitive. So I'll try to push it on a couple posts. We'll see what happens. Otherwise, I'm just going to get back to work. Lots to be done. And we will rip you a new one soon. So hit me up on Messenger. I should be up for a while. And take it easy.